Hey, Ezra back here with you for the One Stop Shop Module 3 Collection Part 2. And in this video, we're going to be diving deeper into the options that we have on our collection page. So it's pretty fun stuff, really cool stuff actually that we've built into the collection page, dynamic settings, making it so easy to have dynamic filtering and run dynamic sales and do all kinds of really amazing stuff from our collection and category pages that we could only dream about several years ago on the Shopify platform, or sorry, on the Yahoo platform and Magento and stuff like that. So let's head on into the back end and take a look at some of the options we have here. So from the back end of our store, we want to go to Online Store and Themes and Customize Theme, and we're going to head on into our collection sidebar settings. Now I'm going to scroll over to a catalog page so that I can see what I'm doing here. Now the first option we have is the top sidebar ad, and if we enable this, what it's going to do is put a dynamic banner right here at the top of our collection page. Now this banner can be as tall as you want, but it has to be 179 pixels wide for it to work correctly. And you could have this be a banner for, best sellers. You could create a bestseller category or collection, and then you could create a bestseller banner and you could link to that. You could have it be for sale items. You could have it be for anything you want to, for an individual item that you want to sell at the top of all your collection pages, and you would just put in your alt text for that image and you would link it up right here where you want that image to link to. Now, in addition to the top sidebar ad, we also have the ability to have a bottom sidebar ad. So you could also have an image that is linked to somewhere on your store, a product, a collection, a page at the bottom of your collection filtering here. Now, as we scroll down the page here, what we'll notice is that we have the option to use filtering on our products. Now, filter by type and filter by vendor are done for you. So for example, if you only have one vendor on your store, like in this category for Be Friendly, we only really have one vendor because we are the vendor for our products. I would not use display by vendor, so I would get rid of that and I wouldn't have the filter by vendor. But the type of my product, I have a bunch of different types of products. Let's say I only want to look at the creams, then it's going to pull up only the products that have the type cream. So you have that dynamically, filter by type and filter by vendor, built in for you. Now, if you want to do filter by price, then these are the price ranges and you could add your own and you can have a filter by price option. And the way that you do this is you have to actually tag each product that fits into one of these categories with one of these tags. So for example, like it says, separate each tag with a comma. You must also appropriately tag your products. So let's say, for example, I wanted to have filter by price, and I've got products that are between 0 and 25 and 25 and 50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the 0 to 25, and I'm going to go to my products section here. In my store, I'm going to click on products, and I'm going to navigate to a product that's between $0 and $25, and I'm going to add the tag 0 to 25, and I'm going to add that. And now this product has the tag 0 to 25, and I'll save that. Now let's say, for example, I also wanted the 25 to 50 filtering option. So I would come over here to another product, and I would add the tag 25 to 50, add that tag on there, and save it. And now if I go back to my collection and I enable filter by price, now what you'll see is I have this filter by price section and I have the options here based on what my products are tagged on. What it's going to do is give me the option to now filter by price. Now let's say, for example, I also want to add filter by color. We have generic ones here, so you can use generic filtering, like you can have your own. So filter by color, and let's say you had red, green, and blue. You would then need to tag your products, if we come into the products here, with red, green, or blue. Like let's say, for example, this product had both red and green. And let's say, for example, we'll save that. And we'll come back to our products. Let's say this product here had blue. Let's say this product was blue and red. Now I save that. So I've now added the tags that correlate to that particular filter to my product. So if I come back into my catalog section, now what you'll notice is that I have filter by color and I have red, green, and blue. And I can now filter by those as well. Now, if I wanted to add my own, let's say, for example, you have something special, like you've got, a type of metal. Well, you could add another generic filter and you could say, metal type. And let's say you had like chrome and you had copper and you had aluminum. Well, if you save that and then you go back to your products and you set these as tags for the products that they are appropriate to, then it will show up there on your left menu here. So you have dynamic filtering by whatever tags that you want, as long as you have the tags here and you also tag your products appropriately with the tags that correlate to them. Now, as we scroll down, we notice that we have a checkbox to use stackable filters. Now, this is going to be a very, very rare use case, but let's say you have hundreds of products, or for some reason you want the ability for people to be able to stack filters, like for example, to be able to stack 0 to 25 and red, green, and blue. So if you select this, use stackable filters, people can now stack products that are $25 to $50 and products that are blue. They can stack filters, but what you'll notice is that filter by type and filter by vendor went away. And the reason is because if you're using stackable filters, not only do you need to have the type and vendor set on the product, obviously, but you also need to tag the product with the type. It should also be noted that when using stackable filters, you must add the tag with the same capitalization as the type or vendor when you created it and add it to the product, or it's not going to work. So for example, I have Jimmy John as the type here, and when I add the tag, I need to actually do the capital JMMY, capital JOHN, or it won't work. If I just do Jimmy John like this and add it, it's not going to work. But since I've used the correct spelling here, then when I added that tag, and this is only for stackable filtering, by the way, now it'll work. So when you are using the setting here of stackable filters on the collection page, which is in your online store, and your themes and the customization of your theme, and over here on the collection sidebar, if you are using stackable filters, the tags must match the vendor and the type, and they also must match the spelling with capitalization and spacing and everything when you are entering those tags onto the product itself, or it won't work. So we've made an easy way for you to do it if you need it, and I know that most of you don't need stackable filtering, so don't even worry about it and just leave it unchecked. Ezra Firestone here for the One Stop Shop Module 3 Collection Part 2. I will see you in the next video.